Good evening and welcome to the Greenway Advisory Committee meeting for February 21st, 2022. I call this meeting to order. We do have a quorum. First order of business is to approve the minutes from last meeting. I need a motion to approve or deny.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving on to new business. Extending of the Greenway to Hurricane Creek. I know we spoke a little bit about this on the last meeting. David, you got some new news?
We do. Actually, it's something's been in the process for years. Engineering firm Reagan Smith is working up a design. We've had several meetings with Corps of Engineers and TWRA, so I think we're all on board. It's just trying to get a design and get it in front of the Corps and TWRA to see what else they need. We'll get a design in front of them. They'll approve it, yay or nay, seeing if we need to do other things. But our plan is to extend it from the roundabout where it is currently, is where it stops,
Right.
to the area of the boat ramp at Hurricane Creek.
That'd be a nice extension.
So there's several options there that are on the table. Fishing piers. Andrew was sitting in with me, so jump in if I'm missing something.
They're also talking about adding a parking lot, kind of to separate from where the boats are now, because on a Saturday, it's packed, so
Oh, yeah.
that way walkers and people who want to ride bikes have their own spot. And then we possibly might put a playground. We're kind of just adding all that into the design plan, because that's what the Corps requires.
Right.
Maybe in the future, going back and doing something like that, but definitely for now, fishing piers and maybe a parking lot.
Yeah, canoe and a kayak launch in that same area down.
Now, will they have to rent them, the canoes and kayaks, or is it just
At this
kind of bring
point,
your
we
own?
don't have plans. We haven't planned that far in ahead.
Gotcha.
Somewhere down the line, if we extend that out and the park does get more involved in that area down there, that may be an option that we can add.
Okay.
Right now, the plan is to have like a little roundabout where you can drop your stuff off, get it lakeside, and then move up to the parking lot, which is gonna be right as you turn into Hurricane to the boat ramp there, the parking lot to the left. There's an
Right.
area that kind of opens up. That's the general area where the parking lot is planned to be.
Okay, that sounds good.
That'll be fabulous, because right now, for those same amenities, you have to go to Long Hunter.
Right.
They have the fishing piers, you can rent the canoes and things of that nature. It'd be nice to have it here and not have to travel
Yeah.
into another
Exactly.
county.
I think from what we got with our meeting from them, if I remember correctly, was if there's anything you think you may want to put in this somewhere in the future, whether it be 10 years, 20, 30 years, if it's in your original plan, you don't necessarily have to do it on the front side, but 10 years down, say if you plan bathrooms, if it's in your original plan and you don't do it on the front end, 10 years later, if you want to add bathrooms, you have the liberty to go ahead and do that without bringing your plans back in front of them.
So let me just go ahead and tell you, we want bathrooms, we want canoes and kayak rental if we can, and maybe little picnic areas.
A pavilion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's our plan, to add everything in on the front side, so we don't have to go back and revisit it.
Yeah, that's why we're going to incorporate playground space also. That's not necessarily going to happen on the front end, but
Right.
just go ahead and incorporate that.
Well, that'll
Well, I
save,
like the fishing pier idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been down there.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
see
Oh,
people
yeah.
fishing off that dock.
All
And
the
you've got
time.
boaters trying to come in and out. That'll take them to either side away from it.
As of right now, it'd be 2 fishing piers. So
okay. I think that'd be really great, because it'd stop a lot of that traffic right there as you turn back onto Stones from the roundabout, where people kind of park over to the side to jump across and go fishing. So I think that'd be a really good addition. So putting it in the plan to begin with, that saves a bunch of headache down the road, so we don't have to go back through everything again, and we can kind of put it all in place on the front side.
And I think too, when we expand it and you have more traffic, whether it's canoeing, kayak, fishing, just walking, it'll cut down on a lot of the dumping that we're seeing as you go away from the actual Greenway. You can continue down the path to Hurricane Creek, but it's not the Greenway. And so when we've gone down through there, the people that are fishing or whatever are leaving a big mess, with more traffic through there, it'll definitely cut down on that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I 100% agree.
Do we know approximately how long it'll be end to end with the extension?
I think it may be another mile,
I think it's
mile and a half.
1.1, 1.3
Okay.
miles extension from the current ending spot. So the current one's about 1.5 miles.
Right.
So
It's about a 5K up and back. Yeah.
pretty close.
I know at one time they talked about the Greenway meeting with Smyrna. Is
That was
still possible?
years ago, that was a plan. I'm not real sure how they would ever make that happen
I don't
without,
Not with the people that-
it would almost have to go through the Lake Forest subdivision somewhere to connect to Smyrna, or the only other option would be to wrap the shoreline with the lake, and I don't know if the Corps TWRA would give that. I don't know how true of a possibility that is.
Anybody got any more questions or comments about the extending of the Greenway?
I'm excited just to see
Oh,
where
yeah.
we go from here.
Absolutely. All right, we'll move on to the 50th year anniversary 5K, which is March 19th, if I'm not mistaken.
Kathy?
All right, the event, it's an unofficial race. It's just a participation for the 50th anniversary. It starts at 9 a.m. at the Bicentennial Pavilion. They'll go down the Greenway, down near Shreveman, turn around at the Stones River Roundabout, and come back.
Okay,
Right now, we have 34 people signed up. We have extended the signups through March 11th.
okay.
Like I said, it's not an official race. They'll get a participation medal with the 50th anniversary logo. So,
Laura, you gonna be in that, right?
I have already signed up myself and Miss Elizabeth.
Well, looky
And she
there.
already informed me she'd probably not be riding her bike this time. Her legs got a little tired last time. You know, she's only 9. So we will be there. I'm trying to challenge some other people to come out and do it. And in our Parks and Rec meeting before this, we discussed, you want to bring your kids in strollers, you want to come out and have your kids on bikes. It's just fun community 5K, just to say you did a 5K.
Right.
It's not timed, no one's gonna run you over, it'll just be fun. So I'd like to see as many people as we can come out for that.
I agree. I encourage people to sign up, and like you said, it's not time, so it'll be fun instead of everybody thinking it's a competition and I gotta go. Because if that was the case, I'd be dead last.
Well, I don't run, so I would probably be dead last. So I know the answer is probably no, but I was just curious if there was gonna be cake.
probably not
I knew
for
you were
a
gonna say no.
5K, but we are, like we do for the Howl at the Moon, maybe some granola bars, bananas, and so forth. No cake.
We'll make you a special
Can I?
cupcake.
I
Yes,
just
just
a
for
little
you. We
bit.
can work that out, as long as the rest of the,
I'll eat that
board
cupcake
agrees.
while I'm walking that 5K, just so you know.
At 9 a.m. in the morning.
At 9
Yes, she
a.m.
would. There's no doubt.
It's breakfast then.
See, exactly.
There you go.
So
I
now,
had Girl Scout cookies for breakfast today.
it's all approved. Anybody else got anything for the 5K? Mary Jane, you gonna sign up, be in it? We gonna do it?
Come
Not
on.
again. Not again.
All right, and let's move on to the frequency of the Greenway meetings.
Just want to put this out in front of you guys. If there's an option that we don't have to meet every month, I know there's not a whole lot of updates on the Greenway, so instead of being repetitive and going over everything, the same thing every month, which we're more than happy to do, but if you guys wanted to change the frequency of how often we met, that's out there also. We can do it once a quarter, we can do it every 4 months, we can do it every 6 months. That would be totally up to you guys, however you, or we could keep it how it is. It's totally whatever direction you guys want to go in.
Could we go with, obviously, we'll know ahead of time if we have an agenda, so each time we have an agenda, we'll have a meeting, and if we don't, then,
I think if we went to change the frequency of the meeting, I think it would have to be advertised. So if you wanted to keep it as it is, we wouldn't have to advertise because it's already advertised on the
Gotcha.
frequency that we meet.
understandable.
But if there was a change in that, then it would have to be advertised.
Okay,
So what if we did quarterly?
okay.
And that way, we're still kind of in a time frame, if something happens that we need to discuss involving the Greenway, it should fall in there somewhere. Since we are slowly starting to pick up speed with the meetings and getting, the plans and stuff. So I think quarterly would be good.
Okay. What does everybody else think?
I agree. It's fine with me.
Good with you? Miss Mary Jane?
I'm sorry, what now?
Quarterly good for you?
Quarterly's good for me?
All right,
So
well,
we will get that in front of the city administration and see what steps need to be taken next.
Okay.
And then we will notify you guys as to what our next meeting date will be.
all right. That
It should
sounds
be
good.
June 20th. Should be the next meeting if we go quarterly.
Okay. So June 20th. All right.
No.
Well, anybody else got any questions, comments, concerns about the frequency of the meeting?
Sounds good to me.
All right,
Welcome to come.
right? Yeah. So moving on to the co-chair. Guess we're gonna have a sidekick here, huh?
What's that?
With the co-chair, we're gonna have a sidekick here?
We are, actually, I think every board at the beginning of each calendar year is supposed to vote in a vice chair in case the chairman of the board is not able to make it. We would still have the possibility of having a quorum. So that's
Okay.
what we want to bring in front of you guys. If you guys want to nominate a vice chair, and then it'd be majority, you accepted that. And that way, if you happen to, if the chairman wasn't here that night, we could still move forward with the meeting.
Okay. Any nominations? Anybody want to volunteer themselves?
No way.
No way? All right, well, I'll make a motion to nominate Laura Davidson.
I will second that.
We got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Hi.
I think you're overruled on that one. Motion carries, so congratulations, Laura, on being the co-chair. So the next order of business is our next meeting, which is scheduled to be April 18th, but if we move forward with quarterly, then it'll be June 20th, correct? Okay, so we'll go with April 18th.
One thing, if we decide to put it in June, that would
Okay.
make a December meeting. So if we went to May, that would always eliminate around the holidays.
Okay,
So probably should do May.
all right.
May instead of April?
Then that would be
Will that avoid Thanksgiving
that'd be the
if we,
third. Yeah.
16th.
So if we did the third Monday of May, it'd be May 16th.
Okay,
What week would that put it in November?
That would fit the Monday before Thanksgiving.
So Thanksgiving week?
I don't cook.
We were already scheduled to meet that night anyway, the 21st.
oh, okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so we were already scheduled, am I looking at that right? We were already scheduled to meet the 21st, and the Park and Rec was meeting at 6.
Okay, so May 16th instead of April 18th.
Yep.
All right, perfect. All right, board member comments. Laura, congratulations. Come
Thank
on,
you, ma'am.
co-chair. Let's see what you got.
Well, I'm just looking forward to see these plans. Will we see them before they go to Board of Mayor and Alderman, or no?
We can bring them before you guys if you'd like to see them.
That would
So
be
that way,
great.
if we wanted to throw anything else out there before it's official, we could?
And I don't know if this, since it's not tied up in a grant, when we did the playground grant, we were required to have open houses. So if you guys wanted to, the further along they got in, if we wanted to bring them in front of you guys, we could do that.
Okay,
Have Reagan Smith show up one night.
That'd be great.
all right. Anyone else?
is there a way to survey the community to see what would be on their wish list? So like possibly
What is on
after
our
the
wish
race?
list? Pretty much what the design they have is pretty much what our wish list was. The fishing piers, the bathrooms, the canoe launch. I can't remember if there was a volleyball area on there or not. I don't think there was. Our wish list was like a sandy beach area also. but anything they bring before you guys would have originated with us.
Okay.
Ms. Mary,
David, at one time, they talked about extending the Greenway all the way, like, at the end of the road from my house. Is that still possible?
I don't know if it's possible, but I think in the plan, didn't they talk about cutting it across Stones River Road just for future reference?
I believe when you're going down towards the boat ramp on the right side of the road, the Corps has designated that as protected wildland.
Yeah,
So I think that's the biggest stipulation. They won't let us cross there, but I think they were talking about just turning right and going back up to Stones River.
yeah.
So,
Because I know at one time they talked about from the boat dock all the way down to the, back there, like at the end of the road from my house. And I just
Yeah,
wondered-
and that's our plan right now, is to figure out how, we want to extend it from where it ends right now, at least to the boat ramp. And then, this is probably going to be several years in the process anyway. And then we'll look at how we can move it further out, even if that's possible. The only viable option now would be to wrap around the lake to tie into Smyrna somewhere.
Yeah.
Other than cutting through Lake Forest, and I don't see how you're gonna,
I don't
you would
either.
take property for a greenway to cut through Lake Forest.
It's like the forest is so tied up, there's no place to put it.
you got anything?
I do not.
You got nothing? Well, I'm excited for the extension of the Greenway. I think it's gonna be a really great thing and a lot of fun things to do. I'm kind of excited about the fishing pier. I think that's gonna be pretty awesome. As far as the 5K, I encourage everybody to come out and sign up for the 5K. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's, like they were saying, it's night time, so just come out and have fun and enjoy the hopefully good weather, which I think we'll stick with by then. Other than that, that's all I have. I call this meeting adjourned.